Okay, so now we have created our rhombus. We have checked the angles. We have measured the sides. We know that this is a parallelogram. We know it's not a rectangle. But there's one more thing that I want to show you today that I want to talk to you about, and that is bisecting this shape. Okay, so a shape, a quadrilateral, can be connected from end to end. And I want you to think about the word bisect. What does that sound like? And if you said the word dissect, then you're correct. It means to take something apart. And we're going to take it in to two parts because the word is bisect. So we're going to cut this shape into at its angles, but we're going to cut it into two parts. So here I've bisected the angle. Now if I cut this out and I fold it on that bisected line, it cuts my shape directly in half. And you would see that those line up on that line, okay? So what I can do then is I can go the other direction and I can connect these as well. All right, now when I bisect this shape, I end up with this X in the middle, okay? And these are all angles that are formed by bisecting it. Now, why would you want to bisect a line? Well, sometimes you might want to bisect a line just to make sure that your shape is a parallelogram, okay? So let's say that they didn't give you the measurements of the sides or the angles, or another way that you have to prove that this is a parallelogram. And so I could bisect them. So when I look at this, I notice that if I measure and I start at 1/16 down here and I come up, that's about 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/16 on that line. I notice that this start at 1/16 is 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/16 again. So that means it's right there in the middle. This one here is 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4/16. And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4/16. So these meet right in the middle. They bisect each other. These are perpendicular lines because they meet directly in the middle. And if you look at a perpendicular line, what do you know? That those all come together and a perpendicular angle is a 90-degree angle. So in this rhombus, its angles come together, its diagonals come together, and they're actually perpendicular bisectors. So that's not true with our other shapes. I haven't added that on to all of our other shapes yet because I wasn't sure. I wanted you to get a good handle on this. So I wanted to show you that these are called diagonals and they bisect the shape. Okay, the diagonals, they bisect the shape. So let's say that I wanted to draw another rhombus, but this time I wanted it to be a rectangle. What would have to change with this shape, with this quadrilateral? What would I have to change to make this a rectangle? So this guy's decided that he wants to be in the rectangle club. Okay, he doesn't want to be just a parallelogram. He wants to be a rhombus that's in the rectangle club. Okay, so he's going to straighten himself out. And these angles would have to become 90-degree angles. All right, so I would still have the same length, which up here was 4, so I'm going to keep everything at 4. And of course, it's going to run into the other shape because why wouldn't it? 4, and 4. Okay. So because all of those are 4 long, I could get out my protractor. They all have the same length. This side is parallel to this side. First off, it has 4 sides, so it's a quadrilateral. Okay. This side is parallel to this side, so automatically it's a trapezoid. This side is parallel to this side, so that means I have 2 sets of parallel lines, which means it's a parallelogram. All sides are 4 inches, so that means it's also a rhombus. And now all the angles are 90 degrees, so that means that this is also a rectangle. Okay, so tomorrow you are going to be working on the homework. I'm going to try to go home tonight and work through the problem set with you. So that way you have an idea of what you are looking for. So be looking for that tomorrow when you come to class, and be prepared to do the homework. All right, you guys have a great night. Thanks for being patient through 3 videos, and I will see you tomorrow.